What's up, Knicks fans? What's up, Knicks fans? It's your boy, Mizzle. That's right. This is another episode of NY Knickswork. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe. That's right. Smack that like button and hit your notifications so you can get more of this content. We appreciate the love, guys. We appreciate all the love you guys have been giving. We've been getting more subscribers. Keep doing that so we can push the video to as much Knicks fans as possible. This is Draft Alert. Yes, you saw the title. The Knicks could possibly draft the best player at what number? 8 in the draft. That's right, the best player in the draft. We could possibly draft him. The him that we're talking about, we're going to be talking about today on NY Knickswork. We're going to get inside those mathematics, talking about Killian Hayes. Yes, I have been doing my homework. I have been seeing a lot of things on Killian Hayes. He looks like people might sleep on him. He might slip to us, and we could possibly get the best player in the draft. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you a little bit about Killian Hayes. Let's start talking about him right now. Let's turn 19. He played for Ratio Farm ULM. That's in the Euro Cup League, which is a very, very tough league. Better not like the NBA, obviously, but if you're talking about college competition versus that league gets him, because those are grown men. He's been playing for 3 years. He's been playing professionally for 3 years. Last year was his best year. He only played 10 games because the pandemic stopped play. But it was enough for him to alert some scouts. I mean, if you guys been watching anything, you should know the name Killian Hayes now. But if you don't, that's why we're here. That's why I'm telling you about him. He played in France. Another Frenchman. You know, we're going to talk about some of those pros and some of those cons, but that's a pro, obviously, that we're going to allude to a little bit later in the show. That's why you got to keep watching. Yeah, he averaged 26.8 minutes per game last year. 12.8, 13 points per PPG per game last year, which is solid. You know, he's the point guard, so he's facilitating. Has 6.2 assists. That's under 30 minutes, people. That's under 30 minutes. He's getting 6.2 assists. His playmaking, if you guys watch tapes, and of course we're gonna have highlights for you guys. If you see anything on him, he really knows how to pass that rock. He really knows how to move it. He makes a lot of, you know, I'm good. We're gonna talk about some of his cons too, but he has great court vision, which is one of his strengths. And let's talk about some of his shooting numbers, okay? Like, he averaged 39% shooting the three, and that's on 4 attempts. So that means he was putting that thing up there in under 30 minutes, guys. Under 30 minutes. This is what you guys gotta understand here. And he averaged 45, so 46% on 10 shot attempps per game. The boy, the young man, I should say, he's hooping. He is a sleeper. I don't see. Let's talk about this now. I don't see Minnesota. Obviously, he's out of there. Top 2 out of there. Golden State, we already know. Golden State's gonna pick Wiseman. All right. Number 3, it gets tricky. All right. They might, you know, Jordan. You know, I never know. He's my favorite player of all time, so no shade to Jordan. But in terms of how he be running his team, I really don't get. They stacked up small forwards over there for years. They've been paying small forwards $25 million. Batum, Marvin Williams, Kid Gilchrist, anybody else, but it was he's just shaking. Well, yeah, all those guys were getting paid a whole bunch of money. They were stacking those guys up. So you never know. And then now they got Devontae Graham. Now they got Terry Rozier. So I don't see. All right, we already talked on the LaMelo show. If you guys don't forget, subscribe. Don't forget the LaMelo show that we did. Maybe he goes there, LaMelo, right? So let's put a scenario: LaMelo goes there because they want to stack point guards. They're not gonna be thinking about Killian Hayes. All right, so we gotta keep going. Who is next on that? And after the Hornets, we got the Bulls. The Bulls could stack up point guards too. But they're a little bit. I don't see. They have to move Levine. They got Kobe White. I don't see that happening. All right, so who do we go to next? Next we have the Cavs. The Cavs are not picking up a point guard. They got Colin Sexton, they got Garland. It's a mess over there with the point guard situation already. Not that they're not good, those guys, but they already have 2 point guards. So now adding another point guard for the Cavs doesn't make any sense, so I don't see that happening. All right, so let's go to 6. Let's be serious, all right? Can we keep moving on? We're moving on, all right? The Hawks are not gonna pick up a point. They picked 6, the Hawks, so let's keep moving on, all right? Pistons at 7. Yes, this is where it might be a problem. Whether you want LaMelo, whether you want Killian Hayes, this is where it might be a problem. The Pistons are in dire need of a point guard. Dire. This could be one of those situations where we just miss the best point guard in the draft. And when I say that, I'm not counting what LaMelo could be, because LaMelo's weaknesses, they've been highlighted. You know what I mean? This kid seems a little bit more stable, and he seems like he might be the best point guard in the draft. However, if the Pistons don't pick him up, Halliburton or LaMelo, this is who we get. We have to get Killian Hayes, because I'm telling you guys, he's a good facilitator. He's a good shooter. Also, we could compare him to a D-Lo type of player. D-Lo. We all see that D-Lo is in the development of being a real star in this league. He already made the All-Star game, and he's on his way. This kid, his development could be right there. 6'5", just like D-Lo. I've been watching tapes, and like I told you guys, we're going to have highlights. He's pretty much D-Lo. He's pretty much D-Lo. He got that mid-range game, that little, not too athletic. Let's get to some of his cons now. Let's get to some of his cons and weaknesses, right? He has good size. He's 6'5", but he needs to get bigger, stronger, okay? He's only 19, like I said, he just turned 19, July 27th, so that's to be expected. He's gonna get there. Other point guards might push him around. You guys see Russell Westbrook? He's lunch. Okay? He's lunch. Even if Chris Paul, who's shorter than him, sees this kid, he's lunch. I'm sorry. Dame Lillard, those guys, come on. So he has to get strong. You gotta get more discipline on defense. He has good defensive, I believe his wingspan is about 6'8". He has the physique. Thank you. He has the physique to help him be a good defender. However, it's got to be up to his willingness. It has to be up to his willingness. And if he gets drafted here, and if you want to play with Thibodeau, you got to be willing to play defense, all right? And he's not too explosive. Like I said, D-Lo, we don't think of D-Lo as being an explosive point guard or too athletic, like a big dunker or anything like that. He has some dunks. If you see some stuff, you'll see him dunking, but his first step ain't too crazy. So maybe he has time to develop that, especially playing in the league a couple of years. So to me, I see that maybe based on everything that I've heard, it'll take him some time, and I know Knicks fans don't have some time. Maybe you get a veteran point guard he plays behind, you know what I'm saying? So as he learns, he'll develop. But his upside is all-star. Like this kid right here could be an all-star. All right? This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm kind of seeing in those Euro leagues. Remember, Luka, all those guys. You know what I'm saying? And he did better than Rubio in the same leagues when they were the same ages. So those guys. I know Rubio's not a big all-star or anything, but he's a really good player in the league. So he should be respected. Let's talk about some of these pros here. We already talked about his good shooting. We already talked about his facilitation. Let's talk about. Comes from France, a good family, everything's stable. His father used to play overseas And he was actually born here in Florida. Yeah, he's French, but he's American. You get what I'm saying, guys? He was born here, but his father played overseas. His father, Killian Hayes, who played overseas, and that's why he grew up out there. His father felt that the coaching out there that he would receive the coaching that he would get out there would be a more higher level than he would receive over here. So his father opted to stay out there so he could, get a quick upstart. And he made a name for himself out there. I know we don't know it, but remember, guys, I'm not calling him Luka Doncic now, because Luka Doncic was winning MVPs out there and everything. But we didn't know too much about Luka, and you see what he's doing. And these European players, he's European, he's still European. These European players, they're really progressive. So you like that. And also, come on, man, could you imagine him, Frank, and RJ having a whole little French conversation on the court? We know RJ speaks French. We know Frank Ntilikina, our guy, he speaks French, the young guy, and he would add, I think, well to that young core that we have. That young core that we have. There's Dennis Smith out of there. You know what I'm saying? And Kevin Knox, maybe not him too much, but RJ, this kid, Frank, Mitch, I think that would be a pro. Mitch gotta learn some French, parlez-vous français, you know what I'm saying, Mitch? You gotta get it together, get a beret or something, you know what I'm saying? And this will be a nice little mix right here. It'll be a nice little mix, and I believe that he could be the best player in the draft, like I said. So you guys tell me, based on what you've seen, based on what I've told you, based on your own research, what do you think about Killian Hayes? Do you think that he'll be the best player in the draft? Do you think that he'll win Rookie of the Year? Do you think that he'll be a sleeper? Number 8, right? Number 8. Let me know, guys. Put it in the comments. Guys, don't got too much time. That was Killian Hayes. That was part 1. I also think that there's another gem that we could get at number 8. I alluded to a couple episodes. That's why you guys need to subscribe. That's right. Hit your notifications, like, so you can get this video, and you can watch all the other videos that I did too. But I'll do a part 2 of, when we get the best player in the draft. This is one or 2. Killian Hayes is the first guy. You gotta find out on the next episode who the next guy's gonna be. But until then, don't forget to follow us at Knickswork on Twitter, on Instagram, like us on Facebook. Guys, I already told y'all to subscribe. Please do that so you can get this content going out. Smack that like button, alright? Don't forget, smack that like button, okay? Guys, I gotta go. New York Knicks forever. You know what it is. Yeah.